Hi, everyone.
Yay!
Welcome to IN5D Global Predictions with Psychically, Greg, and my sister Tara.
Hey!
Oh, yeah.
I see we have Joe Biden in the audience. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Hi, Time Lord. Thanks for joining us.
I'll get my global predictions book. Get that. I need to get my... I haven't even got my cards out. We didn't get much of a break. Oh, darling, do you have to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Little shit. Well, he got to be an annoying brother. He had to be
I had
an
her
annoying brother.
on solo on there, so it was just her on there.
I was talking to myself. Well, I wasn't talking to myself.
Yes.
I was talking to people.
You were mumbling incoherently.
Probably. Yeah.
So welcome to IN5D Global Predictions. If you have any questions you want us to look into, as always, put them in the chat, but make sure that they're all uppercase so we see them. If you don't put them in uppercase, we might skip over it. There's a good chance we will, and we won't see it, and we won't answer that question. So if you have any questions that you want answered, ask the questions in uppercase in the chat. Pretty simple.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Brian. I love your tie-dye shirts. I got to get what you're wearing. Yeah, I love this. This is one of my favorite ones. This is the Quantum Earth. It looks amazing. I love this. It's one of my favorites now. Yeah. Hi, Joyce. Thank you for joining us. Hi to Seeker. Welcome aboard.
Hello, hello.
And Brian, I don't know, Brian, dude, you probably have like several pounds of Siesta Key sand by now. He's ordered a few shirts. I always put sand in my shirts that I send out to everyone. So, because I love spreading that Atlantean sand all around the world. Hell yeah. Hi, Claudette. Welcome back.
Get my cards ready.
Anita Gale.
Hello, hello.
Joyce and Seeker have a couple questions, so we'll get to those. Hi to Gemini Moon. Thank you for joining us.
Do we need paper to write some of these down? So
no. Tamara, put it in capital letters, please. We'll probably miss it if you don't. Welcome back, Lori.
That might be okay if it's the first one. Right, I'm trying a new deck of cards, a different deck of cards, but I had to single them out from the others. So, I'll see how that goes.
You.
Thank you, Tamara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all we ask. Put it in uppercase.
All caps.
Yep.
It's hard to read some of these comments. I'm like trying to push my face into the screen here to read some of it.
Well, you know why.
Yeah, because I'm old.
Yeah. I can read them fine.
Oh, that's a good one, Joyce.
Bifocals, so I don't know.
Bifocals.
Is Nicholas Sturgeon going to jail?
That's right.
Ask about getting home.
Got questions coming in early.
DeSantis.
Quickly. This is good.
Yeah, this is good.
Love it.
Like it.
Love it.
What on earth is that?
Oh,
sorry.
Woo!
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, damn right. Because they're pushing the trans agenda here, and they hired a trans person to be their spokesman for Bud Light, beer, and people protested, and apparently, Anheuser-Busch lost like $6 billion after that, almost $7 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So But it's like
Okay.
all these companies are going woke. Jack Daniels did the same thing. They got trans people representing them. And a lot of people are boycotting because they're tired of people just shoving it in our faces.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Mm.
Yeah.
It was for entertainment purposes only for years with the drag. What is it?
Drag queens.
The drag queens who
Yeah.
have been entertaining us for years. So it's a joke.
Well, maybe not to them. I
Maybe
don't know.
not to them,
Yeah.
but they have what is it called? Dysphoria issues.
At least.
I mean, I think it.
I've
comes from-
I've actually done the makeup for men before. I don't have an issue with it. I used to come in a woman and go out a man. Sorry, come in a man, go out in a woman. Yeah, and I used to do it.
On Halloween.
I did. He made it as a superb. Did you see that show?
Yes, I
Tara,
did.
I
you
was
see
one
that?
ugly chick.
it
No,
was
he
funny. I
looked
enjoyed
quite
it.
I
very
was hideous.
pretty.
I was amused.
I was hideous.
It's all right. We used to dress you up in.
And I'm grateful I don't remember that.
We would dress you up.
That's cruelty right there.
We used to dress him up.
I was so young. I didn't remember.
He was our little baby. We could play with him and dress him up and put him in the stroller.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's cruel. That's cruel.
It's sibling love. That's what happened.
oh
I got even.
Yeah.
What are you
How
talking
did you
about?
get
Yeah,
even,
little
darling?
Roquefort and your annoyance.
What do you mean?
What do you mean,
I have
little?
no idea. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know exactly
No,
what
I
I'm
have
talking.
no idea. What the hell are you talking about? You
Yeah,
making funny noises over there?
yeah, little Roquefort and
Roquefort.
farting and farting in dog dishes and putting it in our faces in car rides. Yeah, he's a joy.
Oh, you did not.
Oh yes, he did. I'm telling you, he was king of annoyance.
I had to get even.
My
with
brother
them.
used to hold me
Get
down
even
and
with
fart in
us.
my face.
He was
as well.
annoying boy,
No, I was.
a
He's a
rebel with
brother
a cause
I
to
was-
annoy my sisters.
I was the angel in the family compared
Like-
to you and Lola.
Shit. We broke mom and dad down. By the time they got to you,
said,
they were
"Fuck it.
like,
it. Do what you want. It's a lot easier being a boy than being a girl like you and Lola. You know, I had things easier. I could stay out all night if I wanted to. The thing is, I'm not a night person, so I'd go to bed early no matter what. But occasionally I would stay out all night and drink, and they didn't care. Mom and dad.
yeah, you should thank us for breaking them in so well.
Yeah,
We wore them out.
you did.
Well, primarily I wore
Mostly
them
you.
out.
Yeah,
Yes.
mostly you.
Rebel with a cause.
Yep.
Hellfire and brimstone. Here I come.
So, yeah, thank you,
Love
Claudette,
it.
for mentioning that. Hi, Nisha and Tammy.
Hey,
Is this
Tammy.
Mama Prescott? No, it's my sister.
I'm not surprised.
My mother.
I'm not
My mother.
surprised.
Woo!
It's my sister. My much
I'm
older
not
sister.
surprised Vera only watching for a short time. It's 3 a.m. here. It's 4 a.m. for you.
Hi, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thank you, his sister. How wonderful. Yes. Tara always has, she has a open invitation to come down here anytime she wants, stay as long as she wants. Yeah.
I love it here.
Come to
Hi,
the
Vera.
UK.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to going across the pond. I'm going to do a big puddle jump, and
Yep.
I'm excited. I'm bringing my rubber boots because I understand it gets wet there a lot.
Yeah.
I have rubber
Yeah.
boots.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll
Linda,
be puddle jumping through Europe.
Linda says her ex-partner used to hold her head under the sheets trying to convince me his farts smelt like roses. Nah, it was mine that did. I'm still waiting for Allie to fart.
Women nearly fluff.
Well, she farts.
Yeah, we
farts in her
fluff.
sleep, but you know,
We fluff.
I can't catch her.
I made my well, you was mentioned today because I bent down to pick something up and I let one go.
All right.
And my mum was like, "Oh, that should have been in front of Greg. That one."
That's right.
Like, no, definitely
I am
not.
unabashed. I've ripped a number of them in front of you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brian
Yeah,
wants
no.
the one you're
It would
wearing today.
it would be an accident. That's it. It would be an accident.
Yeah, I had to scroll back.
Hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, we can probably start tackling some of these questions. We got a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Do you
yeah.
know who Nicola Sturgeon is?
Yeah. I've told you about her. Her husband was arrested because he was part of the finances for that. It's a Scottish prime minister. So yeah, Scotland want to be on their own. They want to be apart from England. They want to be on their own. Scottish laws are different to UK laws. Anyway, he's been caught fiddling the books. They've they were digging up the patio in their house. And it's a big thing. It's huge here. So they're looking for God knows what else. You know, why would they be digging up the garden? But they were coming out with all these evidence bags. They confiscated a big kind of RV camper van thing as well. So it's big.
Okay. Well, that'll be our first question, and I'll lead it off as I often do.
I'm loving it. I do. I love it.
All right.
Bye then.
So, yeah, I'm looking at, is Nicola Sturgeon going to jail? Right. Well, there's been some shady doings, some shady things going on with him and his wife, and some financial wrongdoings. But is he going to jail? Yeah, justice is coming. Got justice, and the outlook for everyone else after that, you got the son. So, yeah, it looks very promising. Justice will prevail. And this all boils down to, once again, I've been talking about this for years, about Pluto and Capricorn. It's brought this truth vibration. Now we're in Pluto and Aquarius. The truth vibration is even stronger. What people are doing, that, if they're trying to do stuff that's working against humanity, it's boomeranging right back at them. So, yeah, that's what I got. Got any insight? No? Okay. Yeah, it's coming.
I got that, yes. It was a little bit of a question mark with me because, this would be the first time that we would see somebody of this high up actually going to prison. I do think she's going to be charged. I can hear you guys. Do you want?
No, go ahead.
I was thinking Tara was going to give us, because she usually says no and then she gets something. I was thinking she got something. Yeah, so I do feel as if there is definite. She's definitely going to get charged, but I don't know if I'm seeing prison. Although I've just looked at one card, and it's got sin and karma, and look, there's chains there. Look.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I would say, my intuition is like, no, of course not. But yeah, looking at that, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a shocker.
We agree. Yeah. Okay. Seeker's saying, ask about Gitmo. Is it really being used? Okay. Yeah,
Those three came out together, right?
yeah.
He kind of jumped out of the deck.
There's some paths that are going on right now that it's almost as if what they're trying to do, they it's as if they don't think you can't handle the truth kind of thing, right? And that's, they're trying to make that decision to get us to learning the truth. Got the Ten of Swords, it's shit's coming to an end. Yeah, I mean, there is, and fast-paced change is coming. Worry, lots of worry going on, but ultimately justice is on its way. So, yeah, everything's playing out the way it should play out. And like what I was mentioning before about these past, well, we don't know, you're not ready for it. It might not necessarily be that. What it might be is a timing thing more than we're not ready for it. I think we are ready for it. I posted something on Facebook about a poll on MSN, and over 50% of the people don't read newspapers or magazines. That tells me people are waking up. They're not buying into the mainstream media bullshit. So yeah, people are waking up. We are ready for this, but there's a reason why stuff's getting delayed. But yes, it's definitely getting used. We're going to be learning more about it real soon. Mm-hmm. Got any feelings, insights?
I don't even know what Gitmo is.
Okay. It's a military base for military tribunals.
Oh, yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah. Whoops. Caught you rubbing your eyes.
Yeah. Yes. It is definitely being used, but I can't see any actual. They're building up the evidence. They are interviewing them. They're finding out everything. There are, undercover deals going on, that sort of thing, on the white hats side of things. But I don't. I'm not seeing that they're actually putting them. They're not killing them. They're not. I'm not seeing, because some people said, oh, so and so's been hanged, or so and so's had the firing squad, or I'm not seeing that. But I am seeing, and I feel that will be the tribunals will happen, and I feel that we will see it. But they're already compiling all the evidence, and they are in prison. Basically, they're in prison.
Maybe this is what we were talking about before on our previous show with the masks. Maybe that's why we're seeing a lot of people wearing masks, pretending to be other, maybe they're already there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I feel, but they are, that says it, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like, there you go. They're awaiting their destiny. But a lot of them are telling it all. They're saying everything. So yes, the crimes against children are the majority of the people that have been arrested. The financial ones, not as much. I think they're still kind of letting them hang themselves, really. Mm-hmm. But for the children,
wow.
Yeah.
They hang them for them messing with those kids.
Yeah. Yeah, they deserve. Come back here. He's just sitting there waving at me.
I love you.
Shit. I love you too.
Okay. So our next question comes from Tamara. Will DeSantis run in 2024? And I've got a big fat hell yeah. There's a lot of controversy going on, though. Fast-paced change. And this controversy, I think, is part of DeSantis being endorsed by Hillary and accepting money from George Soros. And if you're a conservative, Hillary doesn't endorse any conservatives. And conservatives don't get money from George Soros, generally speaking, unless you're like Mitt Romney. So there's some questionable things I question. I think Ron DeSantis has done a wonderful job as governor here in Florida, but why would Hillary endorse him? Why would George Soros give him money? So you got to ask yourself those questions. He's got the star in the sun. I mean, he's definitely running. There's no doubt in my mind. Whether he wins or not, I can't see him beating out Trump. Time will tell.
I see him with Trump as vice president to Trump.
No, I don't see that.
No
way. They butt heads too much. They don't even like each other, as far as I know.
Yeah, well, they'd have.
It'd be a hell of a ticket, though.
That's what I see.
Yeah.
Didn't Kamala and Joe Biden hate each other and then they teamed up?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Could happen.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, these were interesting cards that I got. So,
okay.
Competition. So that's yes. Okay. Now, for some reason, there is something that's gone on in the background regarding DeSantis and Trump that we don't know about, because it is a revenge thing. I don't even think he's that serious about it. It's kind of just, and then when I asked a bit further, I got the Magician card, which is, it's all a movie. It's all a movie. It's like something, this is all being enacted, and there's a big reveal coming at the end of it. So, he will fail though, DeSantis. He won't get anywhere. It's the failure card. It's going to show the power struggle. It's going to show that. Okay. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think that he's pretending to be in both camps. That's his job role. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's to put doubt in there.
Okay. Well, makes you wonder though, if he does run in 2024, who's going to be our governor here in Florida? We really need somebody. Yeah. He's done a lot of great things here in Florida. I give him credit for that. Despite him being endorsed by Hillary and accepting money from Soros, he's done a lot of great things for Floridians. So I don't know.
Explain this, because I don't know, darling. So if he does or is running for, president, can he not be a governor? He can't be a governor whilst he's running.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, because he would fill out his term while he's running. He'd still be governor, but once the election's over and the terms are fulfilled, he's done. And because you'd be voting on a new governor while he's running for president.
Okay.
I don't think he's running. He's just trying to see what kind of reaction he's going to get, or just stirring the pot.
Well, I got the cards are saying unequivocally he's running. Yeah.
He's right. Yeah, but I think what you're picking up, Tara, I think is it's all a bit of a game in the background. It's just like a game being played out.
Stirring the pot.
Yes, he is running, but I think it's a game. They're giggling about it in the background. It's all to fool people either into waking up or to fuck with the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He might be getting information from the bad guys, because it's like, I'm over in your camp. I've got one foot in both camps.
Boy, did you even draw cards on this? Did I miss that? Okay. I missed that somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. I picked Power Struggle.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes.
You were just gazing into her eyes and you lost yourself.
I had big hearts in my eyes. Yeah. How can you not love that face? Our next question comes from Gemini Moon. Is this the end of Anheuser-Busch? Anheuser-Busch is huge. I mean, you know, they cover brands like Modelo, Budweiser, obviously.
Bud Light's a big one.
Oh yeah, Bud Light.
Are they all alcohol things?
Yeah.
Are they? Is that what, yeah. Okay.
Beer.
A bit like our Shepherd's Tea.
Stella Artois is a Budweiser company or Budweiser brand. So all these different brands are Anheuser-Busch. I did post a picture though on the IN5D Telegram page where they showed these coolers at some sporting event, and the Bud Light cooler is full, and the cooler next to it was a Miller Lite, and only just had a few cans on the bottom, and was almost completely sold out. So people are boycotting and protesting, and as I mentioned, Anheuser-Busch has lost close to $7 billion since they had a trans person become their representative, and people are speaking out. Kid Rock went out there and with an AR-47 and just blew up a bunch of cases of beer. Other people have spoken out about it, so we'll see. But I drew some cards on it. Interestingly, they call Budweiser is called the King of Beers, and the first two cards I got were the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So I know that I'm on the right track with this reading. Is this the end of Budweiser? Got the Justice card, and I don't think she's blindfolded, and you really got to weigh things out. Is it the end? Probably not. I got the Six of Pentacles after that. Benevolence, and they're going to lose a lot of money, and it's going to make other companies think twice about get woke, go broke kind of thing, because that's what any woke company is getting severely boycotted, and it's going to make people think twice. They're going to lose a lot of money, and they'll think twice about any decisions they make from this point forward. But is it the end? I'm not feeling that. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's the end. Anheuser's too big. They're just too big. The whole woke thing is having a domino effect on others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People are waking up. Get woke, go broke. You
got those upside down on the bottom.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm doing.
I could have sworn you flipped them.
Nope. Okay, baby. All you, my love.
First card out. They are stuck.
Wow.
They are trapped. They've trapped themselves. Okay. They're having a bit of a spiritual awakening energy here. So they're learning some very vital lessons here, but they're going to be fine. They're going to come through. I think the people's memories are short. So the next advertising will be absolutely fine, and everything will just carry on as normal. So yeah, short and sweet, really, but that's what I get.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try this, and it didn't work. Okay, so we'll go back to what works.
Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. Yep.
Yeah, but they're gonna lose billions of dollars. They already have, and
it's summertime. You don't want to be losing billions of dollars on beer.
Yeah, people are tired of the wokeness being thrown in our face. Okay, our next question comes from Moore Donna. What happened with Fox News cutting a deal today? Do you know anything about that?
No.
Who did they cut a deal with?
No. You may have to enlighten us a little bit more, Moira. Yeah. That's yeah, I think Greg's having a look up and see.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's it. Okay. So there was a $787 million settlement between Fox News and Dominion, who counts votes. But I'm still not sure. I don't know.
Are we doing some of these on Rumble?
No.
Today?
No.
No.
Okay, so the headline is Fox News admits lying, settles with Dominion. Wow.
What did they lie about?
It was a defamation case. Apparently all right.
Well, we all know what Dominion machines are about.
They agreed to settle rather than to fight.
Oh, Anita said instead of 5 billion that Dominion sued for.
Yeah, Fox has admitted to telling lies about Dominion that caused enormous damage to the company. Blah, blah, blah.
They already said the truth then.
Well, it's saying here that the original amount was supposed to be 1.6 billion in damages, and they settled for 787 million.
Is this the voting scam for the presidential election?
Yeah.
Yep. So, okay, yeah. So what happened with Fox cutting a deal? Well, this is going to be interesting because, yeah, okay. Well, okay, well, leading off, what happened? They're in bed with the devil. Yeah, devil made them do it. Financial issues going on. Definitely. And we got the death card on this as well. This is interesting because is Fox going to turn a new leaf? Are they basically, because they settled, are they part of, will they be able to report honestly about Dominion from this point forward? I don't know. I'm not. How would you interpret that death card, Allie?
I would say that's it. They can't really say anything more about Dominion.
Yeah.
That their hands are tied, unless some solid truth came out. Like unless everybody else reported on it, and it became, factual, like legal, factual. Then they would be able to. But the death card is final, isn't it?
This is for entertainment purposes only, and my opinion on this is that they're shady as fuck, and I don't trust them.
Who is?
Dominion.
Which one? Dominion, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was the cards you were picking out for? Because would you pick it up? Because the first card you picked out were, I can't remember.
I already shuffled them. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you were talking about Fox or Dominion.
Oh, the devil was the first one.
And that's toward Dominion, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All righty. Okay.
Yeah, and then I think the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. And then the death card. Yeah.
Pretty prominent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. So what I'm picking up is all suddenly the background, because Fox didn't want the publicity. They didn't want it all out there. Okay, so that was that. I honestly, I know I keep saying this, but I honestly think this is part of the movie as well. It's all to do with, making Dominion, because when it all comes out about them, they're going to see how corrupt they are and how much front they've got in actually taking somebody to court who's telling the truth about them. It's like, the truth is, we know what these machines did. I'm not going to say it. So, but what these machines did was corrupt things. And so at the end of the day, that's all that was being said, I presume. It's the only thing that could destroy their reputation. But the end result is, I think it's just going to drift into the background. No one's going to say another damn thing about it. It's just going to, be gone. But, interest in the death card, just like I said, I feel that they won't be able to say anything until everything else comes out, which it will. This is all going to be totally exposed. It has already. They've actually proved it. There was, who's that female solicitor that was very poignant? She was
I'm not sure.
a military. She's actually got really quiet now, but it was with Rudy, and her, and they basically were doing this documentary on. They had the machines there, and they showed you what these machines did. Without a shadow of a doubt, they did. I don't know where I saw that, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's all I get. It's just
Okay.
It's just going to be brushed under the carpet, I'm afraid.
Okay. There we go. I love you.
I love you too. I do.
Next up is from Sarah Sutra. I just finished watching Elon Musk on Tucker. Should we be worried about him and AI? And I posted a video on Rumble about that, and it's on the IN5D Telegram page. So, okay, looking at the cards on this, should we be worried? Well, there is concern. There is concern. What are the motives? According to Elon, he wants it to be he's saying that all the other ones are biased. All of the other AI chat bots are biased. And you can clearly see that if you go to like Chat GPT, there's a bias. And I've asked the Chat GPT, I said, is it possible for you to be programmed to be biased? And it said, yeah, of course it is. And they are, as far as I'm concerned. This is for entertainment purposes only. But should we be worried about it? Well, you know what? He's planning on coming out with a new Truth GPT, I think he's going to call it, where you can find out all the answers of the universe. And it's kind of like what he's doing with Twitter. He's going to make it open and honest for everyone. And ultimately, I got the world for him. He's got good intentions. You might not think so sometimes, and it seems like sometimes he's playing both sides of the coin. This one's good. This one, I think he's doing in humanity's best interest. You got any feelings about it? No? Okay. All right, my love. What do you have? Whoops.
I'm waiting for your sister to go, yeah, but. No. Okay. So I'm seeing that
Pen and paper.
he is definitely going to be he's going to be releasing a lot more AI bits and pieces. I think it's for the world. This is for humanity, and he is working for them. Whether or not it's his, it was always his intention or not, I don't know. I feel that, he's a bit of a genius, and I think, sometimes genius people can be a little bit mad. And sometimes, get swept along. I think he's genuinely worried about, where AI is going. He said it many times that he feels it should be regulated, that there should be some strong regulations on how far this AI is going. But I think he's going to undo a lot of the bad stuff, because I do think that there are some companies that have actually gone too far with AI already. And I feel that he's going to be in charge of that, of undoing it and making it safer for humanity. But, some of these movies where you see kind of iRobot and things like that, it's not that far-fetched that would happen. It's like if they got to a point of saying, is humanity good for Earth, good for the world? We get clubbed together with all these kind of psychopaths, don't we? Because their rules and regulations go. We can only do so much. Are we destroying the planet? Well, because we don't have a choice about how much plastic we buy, or how much, how our meat is, grown and slaughtered and things. When you've got an AI who is weighing up the pros and the cons of humanity and whether or not we're worth saving, I can totally understand where they would go in and go, I'm not sure if they are worth saving. So if an AI becomes that big where they can make their own decisions, do you really think that we're going to be able to stop them? And I think that's where Elon is going with his comments, that it should be regulated. And I absolutely agree. But I think Elon is there that is going to help, and not hinder. I think he once got very carried away at one point, which was a little bit worrying. But I think he scared himself. My feeling is he scared himself. Yeah. That's it. That's what I get.
Okay. Thank you, my love. Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty amazing how, we do the cards every week and how right on we are with each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a deliberate thing,
No.
We've done it before in the past where we haven't matched up,
Yes.
Deep down we could have seen it, but there are differences.
Those times will prove I was right. I love you. Gemini Moon has our next question. She says, she's asking, is all weather manipulated on the planet? Okay. We shall take a look.
Good question, Gemini Moon.
Boy. Well, it's an uphill battle, that we've been facing with chemtrails, and we've seen all sorts of different kinds of manipulation. They can put energy into the water and create tsunamis. They can create earthquakes, volcanoes, eruptions. And is it all? I don't think it's all, but man, there's a great deal of it, and a lot of this shit's being used against us to cull the population. So the good news is that truth will come out. People will be held accountable. This is such an amazing time that we're living in, and we're going to see truth and justice coming. So, and it'll happen in our lifetimes. You. Yeah, everyone that's watching, hell yeah, it's happening. Yeah. So not all, but a lot, yeah. Yep.
I was pointing out, saying, have you asked Tara? No?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
I've got the same thing. Not all weather is manipulated, but they are working to their own agenda. And I feel my feeling is we're going to have an extremely hot summer. I'm predicting it's going to be extremely hot summer in the UK, which is going to be a gobsmacker. And there's going to be a lack of water. There's going to be droughts, and it's going to be all very scary because they want to fulfill their climate change here in the UK. That's a prediction for you. That's what I feel is going to happen in the UK. I don't know about America. They've already done it in America, haven't they? There was huge droughts where cattle were dying, and people had to sell their livestock and all of that. And that is all to go with their agenda. Any country that are going with the BRIT thing, the new monetary system tends to have earthquakes and things like that. So yeah, they are manipulating it 100%. 100%. But is it all over? No. Yeah.
Thank you, my love. Tracy's asking or saying, I keep hearing about 3 or 4 arcs here on Earth underwater, etc., 1,000 miles wide. Wow. Will the arcs activate and evacuate much of humanity? I haven't heard anything about that.
It feels right to me, though.
Yeah. Well, when I look at the cards, something's happening, and I'm not sure if it's specifically the arcs that you're talking about, Tracy, but that change is coming. The new beginnings are on their way. I got the death card, and I think that's dual faceted. It's the death card. I think it's obviously the new beginnings, but also the end of the cabal. And and maybe that's the separation. I know, Allie, you don't think anyone's getting left behind, but what if that's where our star family says, okay, we're here, we're picking you up, time to go, and let those who are really negative people stay behind. And I don't know, I'm just putting it out there, but yeah, there's something that's going on, and I can't specifically say if it's arcs that you're talking about, but something is in place. That's what I have. Something's in place.
Okay, yeah. They've got underground bases that are all equipped. They've got. It does not surprise me. It feels right when you talk about these arcs. Absolutely. Could it be, just chucking it out there, could it be that the elite and all of the nasties actually leave this planet, and this planet becomes heaven on earth without them? And that's where the separation comes in. So the really nasty, negative ones go. I'd like to see that. Personally, I would, but there's going to be a very good outcome with all these negative people. I think there is a timeline. There's a strong timeline where humanity will be evacuated. I do feel it's a very strong timeline.
Well, after they pick me up or pick you up, they better pick the other one up. We need to be on the same ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, my feeling, my gut feeling is I don't think it will come to that, but I can see a timeline. And it won't be to do with nuclear weapons and things like that. It could even be a choice. There is another Earth out there, something like that. Would you like to go? Would you like to go to this other Earth? And maybe that's where you see it, like another planet that's like Earth. You know, but it's like America. Nobody can come into America if they've got criminal record, which is going to be a bummer for me trying to get in, because I don't have one. I'm joking. But they don't let people in with a criminal record. So, you know, could it be you can't get on these spaceships that go to another planet if you've been a bad person? Who knows? I'm open with it.
Yep. I love you.
Yeah. I love you.
Our next question comes from Brian. Will George Soros and Rothschilds lose power with their money in the near future? And I've already got some cards drawn on this, and it's a big fat hell yes. They've built a trap for themselves. They are caught within their own bullshit, and we got some help from off-worlders, extraterrestrials as well. But the world is coming, baby. We've got the world card, best card in the deck. They're all going to be held accountable. Shit's going down. I'd be shitting bricks if I were them. Now it's not a good time to be in the cabal, the Illuminati, to be a paid actor, or most of the people in the music industry that have sold their soul. I really feel for them. It's not going to be a pretty ending for them. For entertainment purposes only. Yep.
They've lost 50% of their power already. That's what I've just got.
Oh wow.
So they no longer have the same respect or fear. That's literally going. It's just dissolving. It's dissolving. People are very much the only power that they really had was when they stayed in the background. When they stayed in the background, and not many people knew about them, as in that they had any control over the world or decisions of the world. You know, that's where their power was. Now they haven't got that, and so that's where they've lost that power. So yeah, their money's gone, and it will be gone. It's going to be confiscated if it hasn't been already. So yeah, that's what I.
Shit's going down, baby. It's going down.
Yep, I agree, right. Amanda. Golden age, baby. Instant karma. Gonna get you. Yep. Yeah.
Tracy's got another question. Why are they choosing trans men to sell Tampax, oil of Olay, women's sports bras? Is it an attack on women?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can I just answer? Can I just say something before you do anything?
Yeah, definitely.
I was watching a Disney movie, an actual Disney movie, when I was with the grandkids the other day, and we were sitting there watching the movie, and luckily the kids went and played. Okay. But every single break, there was an advert, and it was all these people in like this drama, like a movie setting where they was all sitting around the table, and the woman said, "I'm such a bloody mess," she says in a posh English voice. "I'm such a bloody mess," she says. And the guy said, "Oh dear, what seems to be the matter?" She said, "No, I'm a bloody mess down there. This is a period drama." Now, that's funny, but on a children's movie, in the middle of a children's movie, that was the one, and it was played over and over and over again. I'm happy that you can have conversations with your children about females need to know about these things, otherwise it's scary for that to happen to a child that's going into puberty and everything. That's good, but that was so wrong, So wrong. So what do you guys think? Do you think that was the appropriate? I mean, it was funny, but it was just not appropriate then.
No.
Terrible, isn't it? Yeah. Should not have happened. Anyway, but that reminded me of that, you know, what they're trying to do. It's like putting it right in your face. Everything's right in your face.
Well, here in the United States, the child can choose at 3, 4, 5 years old whether it wants to be a male or a female. They're allowing that.
Oh my God.
They have no idea at that age.
Much mental health is coming along the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
What they're going to be like when they're teenagers. And
I mean, once you make that surgery, there's no returning, pretty much.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
They can't understand dysphoria, gender dysphoria at that age.
No, they can't.
No. I mean, you can get a tomboy girl, and that's okay. A lot of girls are tomboys.
Yeah.
I was a tomboy.
Lola was.
Yeah. I was definitely a tomboy. I was like out there painting, climbing trees. My dolly's pram, it had snakes in it. You know, I used to have snail races. I kept snails for pets, and you know, ate worms and stuff. You know, this is what I did. I'm not joking. I did as a baby have a worm. My mum tried
to overcompensate their other issues. Well,
yeah. So it's okay to then change later. You know, to be a girly girl or carry on being a tomboy, for God's sake. It shouldn't mean that you have to have a bloody gender change.
I love the fact that your inner child is alive and we can do like silly, fun things together when we're together, but yet you're still feminine and all lady as well. You know, I love it. I get the best of both worlds.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd catch me at a theme park when I was, and I would be on all of the rides. I friggin' loved it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, loved it. Yeah. Anyway, over to you, babe.
Yes. Our next question from Tracy. I'll repeat it. Why are they choosing trans men to sell Tampax, oil of Olay, women's sports bras? Is it an attack on women? What's interesting is two of the cards I drew both say, of all things, transition.
That's wild.
Interesting there, but we also got the 10 of Swords. To me, this is, is it an attack on women? Hell yeah. You know, and it's an attack on men too, because there's the amount of natural men, call them cis men, whatever CIS, I guess they call them. You know, we're a dying breed. You know, it's attack on both men and women, really. But there will be justice on this as well. It's coming. Yep. Justice is coming. Yep.
What was that clicking noise?
That's Ellie's fan.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's my computer bloody thing. The fan makes an awful noise. Okay, so obviously this is what the normal is. They're trying to have a power struggle with it. You know, it's like it's confusing the mind. It's like what is that? Order out of chaos or something. There's a it's a Latin thing, isn't it? It's a Latin thing. Order out of chaos. It's actually on the dollar note. They want everything to be chaos. Whatever was up is down. Whatever down is up. Whatever we felt was normal to be around Tampax, Olay, women's sports bras. They want to reverse it. Okay, so you know that they're literally, yes, it's not just an attack on women, it's an attack on the sexes. It's an attack on both. It's like, you know, it's okay to be whatever you want to be. If you want to be a rainbow, you can be a rainbow. It's totally fucking with everybody's head and brains, and you know, we know this. So is it attack on just women? I would say not just women. It's an attack on everything. They're literally coming after the children now. You know, that's what they're doing. It's like, let's mind fuck the children. Let's get in there and play with, you know, their thoughts and their ideas about themselves, their creativity. It's like, yeah, it's hideous. But I do, you know, what this is doing, it's with the Budweiser ad, it ripped the band-aid off everything, and that is the tower moment. That is the collapse of all of this. So I'm actually thinking that this is going to be a thing of the past. It will go down in history books, though. It will definitely go in history books, all of this. So if anybody wants to earn a bit of money, journal everything. Literally write about everything that you're feeling strongly about. It is going to be a bestseller.
It's going to be a fascinating psychological review as well. If you know, the psychology boards can finally admit that there's some mental issues going on.
Well, there's dysphoria, and then there's gender dysphoria.
Yeah, exactly. Trace got a good point. I'm okay with who you love, so are we. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Love who you want to love. I don't care.
Sure.
It's none of my business. It all feels like an attack on woman and child. We have to protect our children. They can choose at the age of 25. Yes, no. Yeah, choose when you're old enough. My daughter's best friend at school was very much a tomboy, really a tomboy, you know. I think I saw her dressed up once. It was at a fancy dress party, and she came as a schoolgirl. The first time I've ever seen her in a skirt. That's the only time. She is now had all of the changes done. When she came of age, she had all the changes done, and she is now known as a boy's name. I'm not going to say the boy's name, but she's now known as the boy's name. And we know that you know, that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. But she made her decision at an age where she was mentally ready to make that decision. You know, you have to be mentally ready to do that. And I think 18 is probably too young as well. 25 is probably about right.
Yeah. But at least 18 would have to be the bare minimum, I would think.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exposure, though, is big time at the moment, isn't it? All coming to the surface, everything.
It's okay. Our next question, you don't have to go anywhere on this one because I already have the answer. Short and sweet. I love Elon Musk participating in the boxable tiny houses, says Anita Gale. He lives in one, which is cool. I would love one, but there's a waiting list, over 150,000 people waiting. Will Boxable open up other plants in the USA? We got first card out, Ace of Wands, and that's a hell yeah. It's going to be something huge. So, you know, definitely. Yeah. Simple question to answer. What do you have?
I had. Does Tara want to answer?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
No. You look tired. Your eyes are like half shut.
My eyes aren't half shut.
Yeah, they are. No, they're not.
Oh, stop it, Greg. I had this vision. It was about, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, I kept visualizing these pods. They were like kind of stainless steel pods. They were in the middle of the town centre. They didn't look an eyesore. But, you know, people could buy, this is my vision, people could buy a token. Instead of buying or giving, you know, the homeless money, you could buy a token. This token would give them one night in these boxes. It's like a stainless steel box. There was enough room in there that you could have a dog. There would be in there, in those pods, a little something to eat, drink, stuff that you could clean yourself with, maybe some new clothes, you know, a set of clothes there. There would be all that in these pods. So you gave a token and that would give them a night in these pods. Okay. I saw some in the town set, and then I saw some in a warehouse place. It's like an old warehouse, and that there was these places, so they could be safe. The homeless person could be safe. They could have you know, time out of feeling frightened, being on the streets. You know, this was in the UK. It's very different, I know, in America. But then automatically these pods would be cleaned out and ready for the next homeless person the next night. But you could give these tokens to homeless. You could buy, anybody could buy a token, and they would get a chance to have a sleep in these. This was just something that I spoke to my mum about ages ago. So this first time I've heard about these little homes, tiny homes. I've not seen anything about it, so I'm going to have to look it up. But it seems very good idea. Does it help? So it helps the homeless, does it, or is it for anyone? I don't know enough about it.
No, it's just
minimalist.
Yeah, minimalist. You got this tiny little thing, and everything's got, every inch is accounted for in there. But people are digging them, you know, and they're really enjoying
the minimalists like who don't like to collect stuff.
Yes, as long as you're not a pack rat, you're fine.
I think they should be
any hobby or anything that require parts and things and stuff, storage. And you don't want to.
Yeah,
you're not a fashionista or.
Yeah, I think my personal feeling is I think they should be for the homeless. That's just me.
That'd be great. Yeah.
I think people, you know, if you've got the chance of going to find somewhere, we can go into a rented property, we can find a property. Homeless, they need a break. So I would probably save all, if it was up to me, I'd save all those tiny houses for the homeless. And I'd create a big charity about these tiny homes for the homeless. That would.
Do you have a lot of homeless issues in the UK?
Canterbury, there's quite a few. Me and a friend, when I had the shop, we used to take in duvet covers. Duvets are like blankets.
Right.
I don't know what you call them.
What they are.
Yeah, so we used to say, you know, any spare duvets, blankets, socks, clothes, shoes, anything like that. People used to bring them in the shop, and then every now and again we used to go walking up the town centre, really at 1 a.m. in the morning, and see the people in the doorways, and we used to physically give them these things. They were so grateful. The amount of homeless people that we hugged, it was amazing. But I'm disabled, so we couldn't do very much. We used to have to kind of have a suitcase with stuff in it. But if everybody did something, do you know what I mean? Just something, just once every now and again, but the trouble is, in America, you've got you haven't just got the homeless, you've then got the drug thing, and then it's dangerous. You wouldn't be able to do what I did to go there, I would have thought, would you?
We also have the mental illness problem.
Yeah. But did you hear Trump's speech about all of this? The ideas that he's got? It was an amazing speech. He said what he's going to do is, and anybody, he's going to clear out all of that. So they won't be there. But the people who are addicted will get the help. They will be going into a clinic. He was going to have a whole area of and they would go into detox basically, and then after that they would be helped to get where they need to go. If they didn't want that, then there would be prison basically, for whatever they've done. So they weren't given much of a choice. You are not going to be tents, they're going to be banned. But he wasn't just saying, well, because they've got to go somewhere. If they're homeless, they've got to go somewhere. You can't just say, oh, they're a nuisance. It's like, some of these people, they're veterans, or they're people that are just down on their luck, and there's not enough mental health places for them to go to. And so I'm not saying all of them, but so that Trump speech was amazing. I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I'd love to share that wide. It was, he'd get my vote if I didn't even know him for that alone. Yeah.
Aw. Okay, let's thank you, Anita, for that question. Our next one, and I think this will be our last one for the evening. We've gone on for an hour and 20 minutes. My back's starting to get to me a little.
It's 111 here, and on the timer. 111.
Amanda's asking, will more banks start collapsing?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't go anywhere, because the end is near for them. And big fat yes, Ace of Wands. Yep.
I got a yes. My guys were just going yes.
Yes.
So yeah, this is only the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! I've got to tell you though, there was an advert for digital banking here in the UK. I saw.
Oh no.
Yes, there was.
Aw, Jesus. CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency. Fuck, man, they're trying to push that everywhere. And, with that comes social credit scores, and then them controlling on everything that you buy. You're only allowed to get this much of this food each month, this much gas each month, drive this far each month.
No.
That's what it's all about. You do not want central bank digital currency wherever you are. No. It's horrible.
No, it's the wrong idea. That's what they want, isn't it? That's total control. Yeah.
So I think there's still a couple questions, and we can tackle those Thursday on Rumble.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we'll be back Thursday night, 8 p.m. for just it's just us uncensored. We don't know what we'll do. We'll obviously be drawing a few cards that night, and we'll talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. So, I'll put out a video quickly, but right before that on YouTube, and it should be on Facebook as too, inviting you to join us on Rumble that evening for an uncensored night of fun. So, anything you want to finish up with, my love?
No, don't think so. No, just I've had fun, and it's been lovely, Tara, hanging out with us as well.
Yeah. So anything you want to finish up with?
No.
Okay.
I'm good. I am tired. It's been a long day.
I told you, your eyes look like they're half shut, and you're like, no, they're not.
Yeah, I am tired.
I know. I can tell. It's okay.
I worked hard today in the yard.
She did. She worked very hard. And we have to get up early. We're going to the beach tomorrow to meet my friend Chuck there at 10. So that's like, I
want to try to get a little bit of yard work in while it's still cool outside.
Yeah.
And then enjoy the beach.
Heck yeah. So, yeah.
I'm on my beautification thing. I got to have my hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
I used to do a bit of gardening when I could. I had raised beds in one of my places, and I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had rabbits, and the rabbits were right bastards. They used to jump. I'd have it all done, and then they'd be up there. They'd dig the plants up. The plants were all over the garden. Yeah,
you got to have a pretty high raised bed when you got rabbits. Or
didn't have that at all. Yeah,
I had carrots. I built a vegetable garden and I use cinder blocks, and in the
Yeah.
holes of the cinder blocks, I planted carrots.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Well,
That's
no,
I
really
like
good
the
idea.
idea
I've got
of
herbs in them.
those
And,
towers. I like the idea of those towers. You know, they've got little troughs.
Hydroponics.
Hydroponics, yes.
Yeah. They're very clever.
Yes, they are very clever. I'm on the fence about them, but yeah, the rabbits would go. They knew when my carrots were ready.
Yeah.
I could smell them.
They would, and then they would jump up. I'm like, they're not going in there.
They can't. They couldn't. Could
No,
they?
they can jump. So now I'm going to plant them in the garden bed, and I'm going to put chicken wire over it so that they can't get to the carrots.
Wow.
Unless they
All that
dig
for
under.
carrots.
All that for carrots. I've got to
Yeah.
plant something there that they don't like peppers.
Like any other vegetable? No.
Like peppers.
Oh,
They
that's
don't like
me.
peppers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're the other vegetable.
Put marigolds. Put marigolds every 6 inches on the outside of your garden. Does that help?
I mean, marigolds stink. I don't know. Maybe they don't like marigolds.
Maybe. Brittany and I planted marigolds every year. In the wintertime, we'd plant the seeds and watch them germinate. And
I used to
plant
deadhead
them
all
outside.
mine and then just plant them again when we were in Tennessee.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to look into marigolds and rabbits.
Rabbits.
Wabbits.
All right, folks. So Thursday night, 8 p.m., Rumble. And I'll put out a video on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh. Take care, everybody. Have a
Yes.
fabulous.
Thank you for joining us.
See you Thursday.
We love you all. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.